Today, guys, we're watching lettuck
For by him, by Jesus, all things were created.
video.
Guys, do you know we live in a
Let's start
beautiful...
it.
So can we talk about the past 2 weeks? Because we hit 100,000 subscribers, which is insane.
Let me see. The name is lettuck because his name is lettuck.
Yesterday, and he was telling us
He
went to
what?
which is past
A million?
but they went the back way
Bro,
through the
it's not
mountains
a
of
million.
Sinai.
You bro is idiot.
Clouds in the mountain. So beautiful.
It's not a million.
Thank you, everyone. Oh my days. So this is my Q&A video where I'm going to answer a bunch of questions from both my YouTube community posts and my Discord server. And then I've also already answered a lot of these questions before on my Twitch, but I figured I'd just do it again. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I figured I'd start with probably the two most asked questions. The first one being, are you a furry? Which, to put it plain and simple, yeah, I have been since late 2024, but I think it's like one of the most fun things ever. I personally love having this cool character that just represents so many different parts of myself. So I've come to like my Sona very, very much, so yes. As for the other one, for some reason, it's asking if I'm gay. The answer being that I'm bi. This isn't really something that's that big of a deal, because this community as a whole is, like, incredibly supportive and has been nothing but kind to me, and I appreciate that so very much. So for whatever reason, if either of those two things about me bother you, I mean, there's the door. I don't really plan on changing either of the two of them anytime soon, but yeah. Where did you get the inspiration for your name? So the story of my name is...
Wait,
For
he
him.
said
I love that. That we were created
he's furry.
not just to live on this
But someone
planet,
said he's
but we
gay.
were created
What
for
the heck?
really niche, but as a kid, I loved to read comics, and then this one in particular stuck out to me.
empty in life. I don't know
Hi,
if you ever felt lonely.
Altumin.
Like something
Hello,
is lacking. Like you have things around you, but you just feel like something is off.
What? Lettuck
I submit to you. The
kill
reason why there is so much loneliness in this world, why there is so much emptiness, is
Predator.
because
Sid
our world doesn't
Slayer
know that they,
Bro,
our
it's
world was created not just by the Lord,
Herbidal
but for Him.
Maniac
And sometimes I wonder,
Vampire.
why do I even worry in life? God is
What
so powerful, He's
is
so,
Flurry
He's so big.
Eater?
And the psalmist says,
I
Lord, who
wish
am I that you are mindful of me?
try to get along
In Luke
with
it says, God even knows the number of hairs in your
friend.
head. Now for me that wouldn't be
Hey,
too hard to
you're
count.
talking
This is ridiculous.
aren't me?
But it's
Because I thought it was really funny calling someone lettuce killer. So I took that on as my username, and I later shortened it to lettuce K, since, you know, they're less of a mouthful. Which sort of leads to this question of what the K stands for. And while I used it to stand for killer, since that was the original meaning, given the whole, like,
things in what?
So,
In Him,
so
all
the
things
K
hold
is
together.
for
If you talk to the
killer.
scientists,
What?
no one can deny
Cal rebrand. I now say that it stands for cat because I think that's silly. Do you have a fursuit? Obviously, I get asked this a lot, but the answer is actually yes.
He said, you know what? I'm stuck.
Jaden
I don't know
Denardo.
what caused the
Do you-
first cause.
It's from
Right? There's
Philippines.
explanation of
Or
the
not. Meaning that lettuce K is very much real. Sort of.
What
know who it
only
is.
have
Jesus created.
bounce
Not
tail
only did He
and
create, it says,
sleeves
in Him all
on
things
them?
hold together. The only reason why we're here today is because God is holding us together. There is an invisible
It is only a partial, but I plan to finish it in a few years when it makes sense too. But I've worn it a few times. I love it. It's so good. I found like a very nice maker. So yeah, I love my fursuit. It's so cool. Pancakes or waffles? I like pancakes because I think they're yummier, tastier, and fluffier. And fluffy is like one of the main themes of the channel. So I feel like I kind of gotta stand by that. What's your favorite music artist? So my favorite standalone song is probably Piano Man by Billy Joel. But I say that my favorite artist is Dawsbone because they make a lot of like calm and like wacky instrumentals that I play during my streams. And I also like listen to their stuff while I do homework. And then this one in particular is my favorite. It's very on brand. But yeah. What's your inspiration for your persona?
mightily that Jesus is the head of this church. He's the head of the global church.
Peppa Pig.
Why we come here every Sunday to worship Him. And that's why if you ever get
Did any character influence you? So if you're OG and you've like kept up with me since like 2023 or earlier, you'll know that my skin used to be like an edited version of the Red Knight from Castle Crashers. So when my character got all fluffy and stuff, I kept the same colors as well as like the outfit, which I came up with myself. But that was still inspired by Castle Crashers nonetheless. And then as for the carrot cow, that's just my favorite animal, so I chose that. What is your favorite PvP game mode? So if you've been like tapped into the gameplay, you'll see that my favorite game mode is actually Creeper for PvP. I don't really like PvP all that much, nor do I even practice it much. But Creeper Kid is just so unserious that I think it's like really fun.
To have first place
This thing,
in
I love
everything.
this thing. And
And I kind of like to get good at random stuff that no one cares about, so definitely Creeper. And then my close second is just Axe, because I played it for the longest time, and I'm not like totally horrible at it. I mean, probably because it's
but
pretty hard to be bad at Axe. What's your favorite kind of fish? Alright, now we're asking the good questions. The answer is sardines and anchovies. That's
hard to
What's the message today?
eat
Jesus?
this, bro.
a genuine duo, and if you eat them with saltine crackers, it's one of the best decisions you'll ever make. What's your favorite breed of cat? The Caracal. The Caracal. That's what my Sona is. I think they're awesome, and I feel like they're really underappreciated when they're so freaking like cool and pretty and awesome.
Bro,
But
what the
fullness.
heck is this
in
picture?
him, all the
What?
fullness of deity dwells in bodily form. Who is Jesus?
What the?
He is God.
Bro,
He is our
that's
ruler.
the side
I like what
eye.
Hudson Taylor said. Jesus Christ is
And
either,
what is
read it with me,
big
Lord of
school?
all, or is not
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Is there
A
any
can of sardines, a can of anchovies, and some saltine crackers. If you got thrown into a bath, would you be the kind of cat to get all grumpy or absolutely tweak? Very interesting question. Probably grumpy. You know, not the best situation to be put in. Do you have experience acting before you played a part in Unstable? If so, what was it? I've seen this a lot, and I see it as like a huge compliment. So I want to say real quick that I appreciate all the kind words about like my acting and stuff, because it actually warms my heart so much. I'm always worried that I'm not gonna do a good job. So hearing those things actually helps me like do better. But the answer to the question is no. I don't have any
No.
prior experience acting or voice acting, so Unstable is pretty much my first time doing anything like it. I find it to be super fun though, because I loved improving and coming up with like impactful lines and like monologues. So I guess we'll see if I come back to do more or not. But if not, it's been awesome. Are you in college, and what's your major? I'm currently in university. My major is criminal justice, and I'm minoring in fire science and occupational safety. And let it be known that I chose my major before I took on any sort of character roles. So it's just pure coincidence that they happen to align, okay? Okay. What's your dream job? As for what I'd like to do, I'd like to work in fire investigation and fire safety, but I'm also really open to see where content goes. So I plan to keep trying with it for like as long as I'm able to, and as long as I enjoy it, obviously. Would you join Lifestyle SMP if you got invited? Yeah. They were one of my inspirations for starting SMP content way back in like 2022, 2023, so it's cool to see the
Wait.
Of my life and family.
Guys, please,
My father,
you want to
being
watch?
religious,
You
he
want
taught us to follow all the traditions, culture, and practices of our faith.
Wait, where is
I
she?
remember during high
What?
school,
Look
I
at
met a
this.
group of born-again
Lettuck.
Christians.
Yeah, I know
I
it.
associated with them,
What? Where
became
is
friends,
it?
and joined their activities like
Bruh.
Bible studies. However, it did not last long because my father disapproved. For the next decade of my life, I stuck to my religion.
I have so much
Years
subscribe.
passed, I got a job, I had a family of
Mr.
my own,
Dog.
had success,
I
fame,
forgot
fortune,
Mr.
which made me
Piggy.
very proud. Even in the early days of my marriage,
Yeah,
I was already
it's
committing
so.
immorality. And my
Huh?
life
Where
revolved
is the-
around vices, alcohol, and gambling. In June 2020, my infidelity was discovered. I was forced out of the
Thinking.
house,
I don't.
and my relationship with my wife and 2 kids
He
was
sees.
broken.
I don't.
The same way,
Whoa. You some kind of king?
No. That's a legend.
Hi, I'm Technoblade's dad. He wrote a message. He asked me to read it to all of you. Hello, everyone. Technoblade here. If you're watching this, I'm dead. So let's sit down and have one final chat. If I had another 100 lives, I think I would choose to be Technoblade again every single time. He finished that up and then he was done. He lived about another 8 hours after that.
the topic was on repentance. And it didn't
Bro,
hurt.
it's
Over
legend.
the next few weeks,
I
shared the
stayed
gospel with you,
in.
and I developed a hunger to to know more about Christ.
Are you
Still doing well. Honestly, I don't really expect it to happen, which is fine by me. I still got a lot of my own plans that I plan to to action. But yeah, is it hard to handle both university and YouTube at the same time? And how do you manage time for both? It's definitely difficult because right now I'm balancing university, content, and a job. But it's just time management, and I recommend this for anyone who might struggle with that. To just like genuinely take the time to plan out your day the night before. I like to do that every single day, and it helps me a ton with balancing everything and getting work done. Where are you from? And
It's boring. I don't want this anymore.